Good evening. You're watching Reporter's Diary on the Eco of India's digital platforms. And before we move ahead with information from the regions, let me share with you the important points which are making headlines this evening. The Congress today accused the Narendra Modi led union government of showing fake nationalism and alleged that it is deliberately hurting the morale of army officers by snatching away their pensions. Making this allegation, Congress spokesperson Randeep Surjewala said the party wants Prime Minister to come forward and clarify on the issue and also take back the decision that the government took on October 29th. Chief of Defense Staff General Bipin Rawat today said that the Chinese army is facing unanticipated consequences for its misadventure in eastern Ladakh because of the firm and strong response by the Indian armed forces. He also said that possibility of transgressions and confrontations on the border turning into a larger conflict cannot be ruled out. Addressing a virtual seminar, the Chief of Defense Staff admitted that the situation along LAC is tense, but asserted that India will not accept any shifting of it. According to the former army chief, India's posturing to deal with the situation has been unambiguous. In a sharp reaction to the visiting Union Home Minister's appeasement remark about Bengal's ruling party, the Trinamool Congress today said that communal politics has no place in the state. The Trinamool also made it clear that it sees Home Minister Amit Shah's visit to a Mathua family for lunch as a poll gimmick. According to the ruling party, Shah's bid to reach out to the refugee community in an attempt to divert attention from atrocities committed on backward communities in states else ruled by the BJP. Earlier in the day, Shah had said that the present appeasement politics in the state has hurt its age-old tradition of upholding the nation's spiritual consciousness. With the weather condition in Delhi deteriorating day by day, Supreme Court today asked the union government to ensure that there is no smog in Delhi NCR. A bench of Chief Justice S.A. Bobde and Justices A.S. Bopanna and V. Rama Subramanian posted the pleas related to air pollution for hearing after the Diwali vacation. It deserves mention here that the center had on Thursday appointed former Chief Secretary of Delhi M.M. Kuti as chairperson of the Commission for Air Quality Management in National Capital Region and adjoining areas. Appearing for the government, Solicitor General Tushar informed the bench that the commission will start functioning today. And in USA, where counting votes is still on, President Donald Trump has claimed that he will easily win the election if only the legal votes are counted. Addressing the media at the White House, the president hinted that the results of the elections would reach the door of Supreme Court as he is planning to file several litigations against alleged malpractices in the electoral process. The president accused the Democrats of trying to rig the elections but did not offer any evidence in support of his claim. So these are the major points. Now I'm joined by our team of reporters, Razia and Riddhi. Riddhi, we start with you. What all big happening at your end?
Hi, Safi. The first news that I would like to highlight today, the TMC today slammed Union Home Minister Amit Shah over his remark that the TMC government is pursuing an appeasement policy for minorities by saying that Shah was not speaking as the Home Minister of the country but as a BJP spokesperson. Today, TMC MP Shogata Roy said that the state government has allowed Durga Puja in the state, and he questioned whether it was a minority appeasement or not. Echoing him, State Minister Firhad Hakim said also said that which put Shah in the dock by saying that the BJP was shredding crocodile's tear for tribals and Matua communities, and they have no genuine concern for them. Hakim also called the home ministers having lunch at the house of the Matua and also at the tribals a poll gimmick ahead of the 2021 assembly election. In another development, the newly constructed cable-stayed Macherhat bridge in the city is expected to be opened to the public early next month. After the completion of the load testing, said State PW Department senior officials. A portion of the bridge that connects the city to Behala area and beyond had collapsed on September 4, 2018, killing 2 persons. As soon as the laying of the bitumen is over, we will seek clearance from the railway authorities to conduct the load test on the bridge, said by an official today. That's all I have from my side.
All right, Riddhi, thank you so much. We now move on to Port Blair. Razia, what all happening there?
Good evening, Shafi. I would like to start with the command news. The Andaman Nicobar Command conducted a 3 days joint services exercise codenamed Bull Strike at the remotely located Teresa Island. The drill began on Tuesday and ended on Thursday. The three services components of Andaman and Nicobar Command, elements of Indian Army's Parachute Brigade, Marcos Marine Commando Force, and Special Force. The exercise focused on enhancing interoperability and synergy among the three services, Army, Navy, and Air Force, to maximize combat potential. Another news is with the Andaman Nicobar, the islanders, especially the inter-island people and the Port Blair people, are demanding the authorities to repair the road because each and every nook of the city or the village, the roads are lying in a pathetic condition. So they are demanding to repair the roads, and they are threatening to go for a protest at Inter Island. So for now, that's all from Port Blair.
Thank you, Razia, for joining from Port Blair. Thanks, Riddhi, for all the updates that you had today. Viewers, this is all we have in Reporter's Diary this evening. Please do join us again on Monday. We are with this program Monday to Friday every week. And this is all we have right now for the day. Thanks for watching.